Welcome to ECN Trade Daily Video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration.
Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you very much for joining me. The Australian dollar bulls gathered in greater numbers overnight and from the last 24 hours have reclaimed the 71 handle. Now with the resistance at 71.55.65 likely to still offer a near-term potential cap, I do expect to see the market challenge this level and fail, and therefore could see a turnaround back towards the support, coming in now at 70.75 and then down towards 70.20.30. It is assessed, though, checking the technicals, that the RSI is a little bit firmer, but still, from a technical outlook on the broader picture, is the downtrend is still very much intact. When you look at the weeklies, there's this nice firm line comes in place. Therefore, I do expect to see weakness to continue, and this giving us an opportunity to sell into towards 71.55.65. The outlook for the euro still remains uncertain at this stage, as the market now tests the level of 115.80. It is assessed, though, that the market could actually break above there, so keeping stops close to around 116.20 should be accordingly to your risk management. Now, overnight, back in Washington, the White House dismissed the falls as much needed correction. But the US President Trump stoked fears about the impact of the recent interest rate rise with an attack on the Federal Reserve, saying that he feels they're out of control and far too stringent. President Trump said overnight that he was not going to fire the Fed Chairman Jerome Powell, but was just disappointed in the bank's policies. Earlier, he told Fox News that the Fed was too aggressive by raising interest rates this year and getting a little bit too cute. He said it was making a big mistake and I'm paying interest at high rate because of our Fed. He was referring to, of course, the cost of servicing the US deficit. Overnight also, US inflation missed its forecast by 0.1% and coming in on a yearly reading of 2.3, both figures below the previous month's reading. The dollar index also plummeted further away from the 95.65 resistance and posts a fresh 1.5 week low of 94.64. It is viewed a move sub 94.40 could give further potential to the downside for the dollar index and therefore could see the move beyond 116.20. So that's why I feel that market should keep their stops in place there. Well, the dollar yen has progressed further as the bulls still keep their eye on the level of 111.45. It is assessed that the market should turn around from there and stage a recovery, with the resistance seen now at 112.45. Well, the sterling is edging higher as further news, or fresh news, should I say, come out, is the fact that we're getting closer to the Brexit negotiations for the Euro summit next week, where on the 17th of October, EU 27 leaders will meet in the European Council and talk more about the Article 50. And then following on from there, we could see further on the October 17-18, to November 17-18, a final outcome. So let's keep an eye on that. A break above 132.60 at this stage would give a question about rallying further, but the technicals are a little bit uncertain here. I'm neutral at present, but still keeping an eye on the market. Gold overnight challenges higher after the break of 12.12 and reaches its target of 1,224. Now with resistance seen now at 25, let's see if the market can progress further. It is still likely that the market's turned a little bit more to safe haven demand after the Wall Street's avalanche of selling. Nevertheless, the market still could progress higher, now look towards 12.34 to 36. However, at this stage, I'm a little bit skeptical about this move, so let's see how it plays out in the next 24 hours. And finishing off with oil, is the market reaches its objective overnight of $70. The low was 70.28, and from there it leaves me neutral. I do assess, though, the market could progress further to the downside if we see a break of 69.80, but that's a little bit, at least another 100 points away. But for now, I'm neutral, so let's see how the market plays out. Well, that wraps up for today. Thank you very much for joining me. As always, look out for the intraday report, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the day and a great start to the new weekend.